Hello and welcome back to Lag Village. Population me at the moment in time. Hi, welcome back to Rusty Gears. Yeah, it's pretty bad around here, to be brutally honest, folks. I know I don't have the most, kicking butt computer, but it's better than, most and stuff. Decent graphics card and all that type of stuff, plenty of memory. Oh, wow, the lag. So you come out the door to start off with, you can automatically see the frames starting to drop. Now, for the life of me, I can't think what's causing the lag. I mean, I'll walk around the village a little bit, and if you can point out where the lag is coming from, you let me know in the comments, because it is pretty brutal at this moment in time. I'm not too sure at all why my computer is suffering with lag so much. Yeah, I'm at a loss. Anyway, guys, we are going to be working on a windmill today, and we're not going to be working here. We're working in my industrial area, where it is pretty much lag free. So I need to pick up a few bits and pieces, and I will meet you over there. Okay, guys? And let me know in the comments, did you notice anything in that little short walk around the village? Did you notice anything that may cause some lag? Be interesting to find out. It'd be interesting to read your comments. All right, guys, I'll see you at the industrial site. So I made it back to my industrial area. It has changed out a little bit. Well, basically the huge structure behind us. So I've started work on our actual windmill. Pretty standard design. It's going to be obviously rounded at the top, coming down, flared slightly out, and then it goes in. Pretty standard design. I'm going to have a windmill on pretty much every single side. Now, the way I'm thinking is this. Come out. This episode will do all the vanilla stuff. We'll do a health hammer. We'll do the gearing, how to basically speed up your windmill, all that type of stuff. Do the materials that you need, because I've got plenty of them as well. And then the next episode, how about we have a look at the millwright mod? So the millwright mod is an excellent windmill mod, which basically adds speed and torque to your windmill. Just so you can have things moving faster. But yeah, well, I think that's a good idea. This episode, we'll just concentrate on all the vanilla stuff, and in the next episode, we'll do the millwright mod. Plus, it gives me a chance to actually, probably finish this off, because we've only got half of it done so far, but at least this way, you get to see basically all the mechanics of it before I cover it up with some stone. Yeah, right. I need to empty out my inventory, because it is pretty much full to brim, and as well as my my backpack as well. That's also full to brim, and I will bring you back when I'm good and ready. Okay, right. I think I've pretty much got everything. Let me bring up my inventory. So I've got some pine logs, I've got some pine boards, I've got the resin. We've got a little bit more in the basket. We have the flax twine, which we'll be making into the sails. Again, I've got some more in the basket. That's all the lumps of fat I've got. I'm hoping that's enough. I'm pretty sure it should be enough, but I'm hoping that's enough. And we have the sticks as well as the held hammer head. You will also need a saw, a chisel, and a hammer, and an axe as well. So that pretty much covers most things that you will actually need when you're making basically your windmill stuff. I always find it's easiest if you click on the actual instructions from an actual log, because it covers more aspects. So these are the things we're going to need. We're going to need a windmill rotor. So that's that recipe. So we'll be using a hammer, a chisel, 2 logs, 1 fat, and some resin. We will need lots of axles. We need lots of them. So again, a hammer, a chisel, 1 log, and some fat. Again, it's really under decent recipes I can use. Most of it takes the old oil. No. Oh well, doesn't matter. But that will give you that gives you 2 each time, so it's not too bad. We're also going to need quite a decent amount of the actual angled gears as well. It takes a bit of everything really. Bit of resin, bit of fat, some pine logs, some sticks, your saw, your hammer, and your chisel. So yeah, you do need quite a few bits and pieces for that. And we'll also need We're going to have a brake so we can basically stop it when we want as well. Nice and simple, that one. And we're going to have a clutch as well. Again, this is a little bit more complicated recipe to remember, but you need pretty much everything here, apart from the actual flax twine. And then to make the sails, so we need the sails, and we also need the large gear. So if we do large gear, start off with large gear. See, large gear sections, so you need quite a few of these in a row. So we want to make the large gear, so this, but you need a number of these. So again, pine boards, resin, sticks, your saw, your chisel, and your hammer. And you need 4 of them and more axles again. And we also need to make these sails. So sail. So these ones are the millwright mod. These ones, and the top one is the normal vanilla one. So we need the linen, pretty much simple, and just the sticks, which will make us plenty of sails. Right, so I'm going to start crafting, and I'm basically going to craft everything that I've just said, so it's in my inventory, then we can put it all together. How's that sound? Yeah? Okie dokie. Right, guys, we're up in the nosebleed section. So I'm going to bring out some oak logs because we'll need there to base something on. We'll need the axles, and we do. And we also need the 4 rotors that we're using. We've got all of our sails, which we'll sort out in a minute. This is pretty much for down at the very, very bottom for turning off your windmill or changing your gears. So basically you can turn off one part of your gear so you can have your quern run faster, or you can like switch between your quern and your windmill. It's basically, well, your quern and your health hammer. It just makes life a bit easier. Brakes to stop everything, clutches to change it around, and the toggle you kind of need for your health hammer. This is your health hammer material. You need your health hammer itself, you need your base, and you need your toggle. This connects to the actual gearing. Okay then, happy days. Right, so we'll get this first. Now, I have to bear in mind where the actual building is going to basically come around. So I'm going to put this out, say 3 on each side. So I'm just going to do one side with you. I think it's easier just to do one side with you. Right, so if I do you, hopefully that's the right way. And then we do you, and then you. And now I need to remove that piece there. All right, come here. Now, supposedly, if I'm facing this the right way, this should be able to connect up with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sail power outwards 100 kilonewtons, wind speed is 70%. So yeah, I don't think you can get any bigger than that. Let's have a just double check to make sure we can't. Anything else? No, I did the measurements right. So we're going to have this going on all four sides. So a nice big chunky windmill. So I don't need these for a second, and I also don't need them for a second. Now, we need to connect this up to basically some sort of power going down. And I think I'm going to have to remove you guys. So you and you. I think I'm going to put you there, and I'll put you here. There we go. At least we still got some lighting up here. Right, so we're going to bring this out one more. And now I need to connect up going downwards. So I'm going to need to have a bit of a block there. So we'll do it. What's the easiest way of doing it? I think going down one. I think it's the easiest way of doing it. So I have to bear in mind that I will be connecting up multiple windmills. So basically a small gear won't do when you're going to need a large gear. But I'm pretty sure I need to base it against something. So we'll do that to make our life a bit easier. And we'll come back upstairs. There we go. Should make it a lot more easier. Because everything has to connect up to it, you see. So if I do you there, and now we use one of my small little gears, and we'll do you there. There we go. And then you rinse and repeat this going round. So everything should be facing the same way, and everything should be turning the same way. You should have the same amount of power coming out. Now, cool, happy days. Next we go downwards. Safely though, without falling to our death. And we need to make sure we are bringing down this power with axles. So we need to you. I'm hoping this shouldn't fall, but we'll see. That's right. Right, so it didn't fall. Happy days, good stuff. It's a good start, isn't it? And I'm pretty sure you have to. I can base it against there. There we go. So this is going to come down all the way down to the bottom. Down there. Right, I'm here down there. So I just had enough axles of no more axles. So what we've done, we just put the big gear at the bottom, and this is just a straight transfer of power. That power up there gets transferred down here. Now there is multiple gearings you can do. This is, you know, you run out of resources very, very quickly though. So let's set up our help hammer. So we need our help hammer base first, and we need to face it this way, I think. So I want to go, let's go into there, don't I? Do I want it over here? Let's have it. Can't make my decision up, to be honest. Let's bring out, not you. I need a toggle. Right, so your toggle goes facing into the air. So we want to send the power this way, but the gear, this connects up the gears, you see. I haven't attached the actual angled gear yet, but this gear has to connect to this gear here. But we want to face it that way. We want to send it that way. So we have to put the actual help hammer base just behind it, and then the help hammer on top of that. So that should land on top of the anvil. Now, if I've done this correctly, if I place a gear here, it does that. Oh my God, it's ground to a halt. As it does. I am only basically doing one large gear to another large gear. So there's no torque there, there's no particular power there. We'll get the power with extra windmills. And obviously with decent breeze, isn't it? It says in a corner, wind gale. So yeah, this is, let me just shush this up a bit. There we go. Right, so there we have it, guys. I basically set up all four windmills because it's such a light breeze, basically. There's no breeze whatsoever. Masters would be completely dead, and it's pretty high up as well. That is, if I had to guess, probably about level 180, something like that. And it's his fully kicked out windmills. So you've got light breeze, just in the top corner where it says wind, the light breeze, and it'll go to moderate breeze. And this is pretty much what we got going. Pretty pathetic. Now this is the basic one, obviously. This is one large gear to one large gear. Now there is gear ratios to do. You can actually do different kind of gears ratios. And for an example, let's go over to the smithy in Lagsville and I will show you. In the smithy in the village, they are already using the millwright mod. So the windmills that you see are part of the millwright mod, which adds the extra speed and the extra torque. So the actual gear ratios, this has been set up by 8-digit. I think it was 8-digit and Sid. I'm unsure who else set it up. I'm pretty sure it was 8-digit though. And of course, basically, there's a link to him in my description, as always, as to all of the gears on this season's playthrough. All the gears are listed, whether they are on Twitch or YouTube. You can find them in the description, and that should be the same of whatever gear that you click on to watch. It's exactly the same. You should see a description with all the gears there. So we won't stay here too long because my frame rate's just basically tanked. So that is the millwright mod. Can you see the speed is different, and the shape of the actual sails are different as well. So that is the actual millwright mod. Now, I'm pretty sure he's probably got some sort of gearing up there. So let's get onto the roof. Whilst we can still play in this area. Jump. Oh! Right, there we go. So what's he got? He has got... Let's go straight up. So let's see how 8-digits done it differently to me. Right, so exactly the same setup as us, remember? I've got one large gear and then basically four different sails, and they're all connected up by these small gears. So it's exactly the same setup as us upstairs. And then as you go further down, this goes all the way down here, and then he's got a bit of jiggery pokery down at the bottom. Now these are sent upwards. Pretty sure you can get down from around here somewhere. Hold on. Oh my word. There we go. Right, so he's got it going all the way down to the very bottom, to which basically he's going into smaller gears, another smaller gear, and then he's sending this power up via the axles to basically this little section here. And he's got that basically going on that, and that's basically how you speed it up. It's as simple as that. You basically change your large gear into smaller gears. Now, yes, I could dig all of my windmill out underneath and do exactly the same setup. Not much basically hassle, apart from the fact basically I don't want a basically overpowered bells and whistles setup. I don't need it. Well, let's get out of here. It's really noisy. And there's 8-digit. Let's give him a little bit of a... There we go. There we go. Anyway, so... yeah, I'm going to say, I don't want it. I don't need it for my little area. Remember, this is just me in my little area. So I don't need to have an all bells and whistles. And we can pretty much achieve, not to the exact same, but we can pretty much achieve something close to it with the millwright mod anyway. Which we'll be doing in the next episode. So yeah, that's pretty much takes care of the actual windmill. I'll meet you back over there. So there you go, that's our windmill. There we go, I got a bit of a picture of it. Take a little picture now. As we're here, we might as well take a little picture. So that's our windmill. It's at least turning at this moment in time, which is at least something. And we'll have a bit of power going down. There we go, see, pounding away. See, that's been, I could just bring that downstairs and there you go, happy days. It speeds it up a bit. But with the millwright mod, I shouldn't need to do that. And like I said, it is just me here. Now, with these little things, the brake and the clutch, I'm going to need these more with the millwright mod when everything's speeded up, because I'll be connected up my quern inside here, and obviously you want to change your power between your health hammer and your quern. And basically this needs to be connected up via I think it's a clutch or a brake, but I need to double check that. But yeah, this is pretty much the basic setup that most of us have. You want one gear going to another big gear. Now, I have never been a fan of basically windmills and vintage storage, and it's not for the reason why you think. The reason why I'm not really a fan of the windmills in vintage story is because of the sheer quantity that you need to basically run anything without having a mod. Now, to be brutally honest, if these windmills were as big as normal windmills, or on your normal average life when you walk around in the countryside, you see a windmill. I mean, you're looking at basically a windmill would be probably 4 to 5 times that size. I'm not joking either. I mean, somewhere in the middle there, and it would be pretty much, it would probably, the bottom of the sail will be probably coming down towards around that windmill. Now, why we couldn't have had that in Vintage Story, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the size of the blocks. I don't know. But with it being this way, it is always underpowered. Pretty much always. Unless you're in a force 9 gale and you live basically on top of it, basically the largest mountain in Vintage Story, you're not going to get a massive amount of power and stuff. Yeah, he'll do his job and stuff. Move this. There we go. Move that. Put it over here. There we go. There we go. Hammering away. It's working. We have a gentle breeze at the moment. Near gale, it's saying now. Speed up. Oh, yeah. Speed. But yeah, so that's it. Hold on. I can't. Just shush. Shh. There we go. But yeah, so that's our windmill. Now, between episodes... Hold on. There we go. Right. So between now this episode and the next episode, I'll be finishing off the actual windmill structure, the actual build, and we'll have that as a little bit of a montage, maybe at the start of the next episode, of me just building it up, and then we'll get into the millwright mod. But yeah, just to cover a few things before we toddle off. Let's get this off my bar. There we go. Right, so just cover a few things to start off with. Right, so just to bring you up to date, we currently have, there we go, we've got nearly 500 gears. Happy days. And I've opened up a TL, which I will show you at another time. We've got lots of lighting as well. I do have this from my chest, no idea what it is. Storage master blueprint. I'll have to look into what that is all about and stuff. But yeah, we have our windmill, and going forward I'm probably going to build up this area a little bit more. We'll have the windmill, we'll have a health hammer, we'll have the millwright mod with extra gearing and stuff like that, so it'll just speed up. And then we'll start working on basically our farm and farm animals, and we'll make that nice and big so we can have some goats here and some pigs here, and yeah, we'll make this a right decent hub for us. And I'll keep on collecting my rusty gears from these little tanks. What are you selling, Mr. Trader? Close your door on me. Not interested. Anyway, but yeah, so that should do it for me for today and stuff. I think I pretty much covered the vanilla mechanics of the windmill. And if you've got any questions, leave it in the comments. And now I'll look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Alrighty, guys. Bye for now. Bye.